Sorry this is so long. My mother-in-law was guilty in the death of her grandchild, my daughter. She was 2 years old at the time, and my husband and I let her babysit while we were busy with job-related matters. It was summertime, and they were at her house, which has a pond next to it. My daughter loved water. Bath time was her favorite time of day. They were playing at the edge of the pond when my mother-in-law remembered she had to take clothes out of the dryer and left a 2-year-old alone next to a quite large body of water. My daughter's childlike curiosity, combined with her love for water, led her to the deep part of the pond, where she drowned. All because my mother-in-law considered clothes in the dryer an important enough reason to leave a toddler unsupervised. When she realized what had happened, she started to panic and call for help. Her neighbor heard her. They got into the pond and called an ambulance, but it was too late. Imagine what it's like for a parent to come to the person you trusted with your child, only to be told that your child is dead. My mother-in-law begged us not to involve the police, repeatedly insisting it was an accident and that she doesn't know how it could have happened, was only gone for a moment, feels even worse than we do. And calling the police won't bring her back. We did call the police, of course, and she was charged with criminal negligence and sentenced to 3 years in prison, which, in my opinion, was too light of a punishment. Recently, my mother-in-law was released from prison, and my husband was the first person she sought contact with. He never once visited her while she was imprisoned. Unintentionally, she caused the death of our child by neglecting her duties as a babysitter. It doesn't matter that she served her sentence. Neither my husband nor I will ever forgive her for this. She has never asked for forgiveness. All she has given us are excuses. In the courtroom, my husband told her she's not his mother anymore, that she's dead to him, and that he never wants to see her face again. Our marriage was damaged too. We were depressed, we fought a lot, and there were times when we were on the brink of divorce. We separated for a while. I left for another country, thinking that this was it for us. However, my husband came to look for me, and we managed to save our family and continue our life together. I couldn't bring myself to have any more children for a long time, but eventually I got pregnant again, and last summer we welcomed our son, who is now 9 months old. Obviously, we weren't going to tell my mother-in-law we were parents again, but she saw us walking with a baby stroller and realized that she once more has a grandchild. So she tried to get in touch with my husband. First, she reproached him for not visiting her, cried about how hard it was for her to spend all those years behind bars, that she shouldn't have been in prison because she's too old for that. How could he do this to his own mother? How could he abandon her? Then she said, "But I saw you have a new baby. I'm so glad I have a grandchild again." She then asked if it was a boy or a girl, and when she would be able to see them, insisting that she wants to take care of them so much. My husband told her immediately that she doesn't have any rights. This is our child, ours only. Our son doesn't have a grandmother, and we'll be telling him this as he grows up. He will never, ever, in a million years, be anywhere around her. We are 100% on the same page about this. The loss of our daughter still hurts, and we are going to do everything possible to protect our son from her. He doesn't need an irresponsible grandmother who would likely endanger his life, just like she did with his sister. My mother-in-law was shocked to hear this and began to wail about us being so evil and cruel towards her, claiming that we're going to hold this against her forever, even though she paid for it, and that we cannot be so heartless as to prevent her from seeing her grandchild. But what was she thinking? What was she hoping for? That we would really let her around our baby? That we would ever trust her with babysitting again? Honestly, I'm not sure if I can leave my son with any babysitter. I don't trust babysitters anymore, because if a grandmother can be careless enough to let a child die, who knows what an unrelated person could do. So my husband told her firmly that she will have no access to the baby and that he doesn't want to talk to her either. Now that she's out of prison, she should do something useful with her life and leave us alone. My mother-in-law wasn't having it. That evening, she came to our house, asking to see her grandchild again. We didn't let her come in, of course, and she got mad, claiming that as a grandmother, she has rights to meet her grandchild. We told her that she lost all her rights to our children when she let our daughter drown. If trust is broken, it cannot be repaired, and there are some things that just cannot be forgiven. She then told us that she would go to court and demand legal permission to meet the baby. I'm not sure if there is such a thing, but if it's true, I highly doubt she'll get it, considering her criminal record. If we need to go to court and prove she's not the type of grandmother you should let around your child, we'll do it. If she comes back again, we'll call the police. If we need to leave this country and go live somewhere else just to be away from her, we'll do that too. Nothing is impossible. I'm amazed at her shamelessness. She knows very well she tore apart our lives 3 years ago. No parent should have to bury their child, but we had to because of her, and now she comes to us as if she's the best relative ever, as if nothing ever happened.